Please like and subscribe.
Hi, I'm Joe, and this is Joe's Medicine Tarot. Here you will find shamanic tarot readings. Please know this is a general spirit shamanic check-in, not a one-to-one check-in, so you're not going to resonate with everything. Plus two, I could be picking up on someone else's energy, so if it doesn't feel like I'm speaking about you, I could be speaking about someone else whose energy is in your energy. So if you recognize someone else's energy that I am tapping into, please put the energies where they belong, okay? If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. I'm watching my subscriptions now drop. They all added up and now they're dropping. And it's interesting, I'm listening to some of the tarot readers talk about an addiction that they're noticing. Many tarot readers are brainstorming together and understanding that the collective has an addiction to negativity, and that really good tarot readers are losing, a lot of them are saying they're losing subscribers to Jerry Springer tarot readers. So if you're looking for a Jerry Springer tarot reading, unsubscribe right now. Right now, unsubscribe from my channel, because I am not your reader. I am not going to be bringing in a bunch of drama and a bunch of bullshit, because that's what people want. If that's what you want, unsubscribe. Hard left, baby. I am not your reader. I'd rather have 10 subscribers knowing I have genuine people that are interested in their growth than people that are looking just for the negativity and the drama. Yes, you're going to have negativity and the drama as part of your growth. That's how we grow. We grow through challenge and conflict, but it's not only challenge and conflict. And if that's all you're looking for, then hard left, baby, unsubscribe. And I will say that at every single video, okay? Just so that I don't waste your time, okay? And you don't waste mine. Meaning, thinking that people are subscribing because they want to grow. But you just like the, I don't know, the drama stuff that comes into the readings. Yeah, there's going to be drama as part of the reading, but this is a shamanic tarot platform. And many of the subscribers that do subscribe to my channel are people that are tapping into their shamanic capacity. So if you're not interested in your shamanic capacity and you're just wanting drama, unsubscribe, please. Okay, I'm just saying. All right, with this I would like to say thank you to the Medicine Keepers. These are the paid members of this channel. To become a Medicine Keeper is $2.99 a month. You get 2 Medicine Keeper readings a month. They usually show up at the end of the month. You get to vote on the readings, whether you want me to make them public or keep them private. Many tarot channels charge a membership just to show you the readings first as a paid membership that they're going to make public to the rest of the public. I don't do that. I give you guys the right to I give you guys the exclusive rights to these videos, and it's up to you if you want me to make them public or not. Okay, plus I choose a name out of the membership every month for a free reading. All right, Creator, please bless this reading. Please bring in the knowledge and the wisdom and the guidance of the Most High and of all the realms for the collective. Who needs this reading and why? And what do they need to hear, Creator? What do they need to hear? You know, and let's not knock stress hormones either. Did you know that stress hormones, natural childbirth is what creates stress hormones within a human being, within the baby? The stress of being born is a very stressful, bloody, and violent event. And that is what creates stress hormones in the baby. Those stress hormones, those stress hormones are the very hormones that elicit the chemistry to find solutions to challenges. Did you know that? So let's not knock stress hormones, but let's not be addicted to them either. Because if you're addicted to stress, you interrupt the natural body's capacity to elicit the chemistry that you need to get through a challenge. But if you're addicted to stress hormones, yeah, those chemistry is still going to be like elicited, but it's going to be a challenge to hear them. Okay, if your mind is so gross and so loud with all that all the negativity and low frequency vibration that you are paying attention to, you're not going to hear the much more subtle vibration of the chemistry that you will need to get through a conflict. Until you get sick of your own bullshit, and I speak this from my own experience. Okay? The world is steeped in stress and marinating in stress because that's what makes money, baby. Sex and violence and rock and roll. Well, that was in my era. Now it's it's kind of different, but it's still stressful. But thank God for the young ones. Because it's like what Bruce Lipton stated, it's the young ones that are born with more mammalian genes than the reptilian genes of the people of my era and those that came before me. Okay? So I think we're in a little season of stress hormones. I think we're in a season of this. And for those of you that have the presence of mind to become aware of this, and there are those of you that don't. Wisdom. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wisdom. So you who are coming to my channel is already channeling into your wisdom. And I feel like your wisdom carries its own sovereignty that lands on the earth. I feel like people see you as like some sort of a domination, sort of a dominator, maybe a dominatrix. Who knows? But somebody of great influence. Someone of great influence. So whatever work you have done on yourself, you are somebody that is surrounded by animal spirits, so you have a very close connection to the animals also. I feel like animals protect you, they stay close to you. Yes, you have a sense of agency. What do I say? Wisdom, dominate, that goes hand in hand with agency. And you're not trying to dominate. The truth carries its own weight. It lands on the earth. What is that quote? Truth has its own power, and you must bend to its power or you live a lie. The truth has its own power, and it is seismic. We must bend to the power of the truth or we live a lie. And all of us know what it's like to talk ourselves out of a truth that we know to be true, to dilute it, I've done this, and I'm sure you have too. Unveiling. And where did that dilution bring you to, except to knowing the value of the truth? Because when we lie to ourselves, we get into all kinds of trouble, all kinds of hot water. All kinds of bullshit can happen to yourself when you wander away from your own post, from your own light. Okay? Whoever I'm speaking to, I'm feeling like you are somebody who knows self-deception very well, and you choose you choose not to deceive yourself anymore. That's what I feel. Because you have a level of influence and wisdom, agency, that doesn't just come to you. Agency doesn't just land on you. You have to know what it's like to be self-deceptive. You have to know what it's like to be an addict, whatever that means. You know what it's like. You have to know what it's like to be in the trenches of hell in order to even reach for agency. You know how many people run from their own agency? They'd rather run into their lies, run into their addictions, run into the drama, run to this, run to that. Anything else other than to be fucking agent, like have my own sense of agency. Are you kidding me? I'm not even kidding. And actually, a person will actually see agency as a capacity to bully somebody else. And that's what I mean, because it has its own power. It will dominate. It can dominate. When you stand up and say, hey, back the fuck off. Back up. That comes with its own sense of power. That you're not messing around. And whoever you're speaking to can feel that. That's why I'm thinking of a video where a bear was following a father and his... it was either a bear or a cougar, but either way, he had to assert his own, like, rah! He had to let that cougar know, I'm willing to fucking fight you to the death. Actually, here's a story told by a teacher. I'm not going to bother saying her name, but I'll say the story because I don't know if this is public or not. But either way, I heard this from a teacher, and she said, this is a true story. There was a man camping. He was out in the wilderness. He was like a wilderness man. He could survive in the wilderness just with like a little jackknife and a little blanket, and that's what he did. I think he was also like in the military, but he was off in the bush camping, and he was being stalked by a cougar, by like a mountain lion. And this mountain lion, he was aware of it, and he was way up in the mountains, and he was near a cliff ledge. And as the mountain lion came closer, he moved his sleeping gear closer to the cliff, and the mountain lion would come closer, and he would move his stuff even closer, his sleeping bed even closer to the edge of the cliff. And the mountain lion kept coming and kept coming. Finally, he turned to the mountain lion when he could get no closer he could move no closer. He was right at the edge of the cliff. And he looked at the mountain lion and he said, come if you will. But if you come, we're both going over the edge. Understand that. We're both going to die. We're both going over the edge. Understand that. I will fight you to the fucking death. Okay? I might have to cut this out. I might get this video restricted. I'm hearing of YouTube canceling tarot channels, like actually restricting tarot channels. We're in the days of like censorship. Oh my gosh. I live in Canada, man. It's like, I'm not even in the United States. YouTube is owned by the United States. And yet it is practicing a degree of censorship that is, that's interesting. Okay. Maybe because it's got international people plugged into it. Maybe that is too, but that's interesting. Anyway, so back to the story. That shows a degree of agency. That man had to show a degree of agency or he was going to get eaten by the cougar. Okay? So that's what I mean. He's not being a bully, but he had to defend himself. Can you hear the difference here? Okay. Liminal. Oh, liminal. So your path, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Your path isn't ending here, but it is ending in a liminal space. So I'm seeing you in the midst of shape-shifting. You are shape-shifting. See, in the world, when I hear people, so many tarot readers, and I hear them talking about shapeshifters, and they're speaking of this in a very negative connotation. See, the world has forgotten shamanism. Did you know the act of disassociation is the foundation of shapeshifting? You have to dissociate from the reality you're in order to shapeshift into something that you mean to become. But so many people are shapeshifting with their unconscious, but there's medicine in that too. But not even many of the tarot readers can extract the medicine. They get caught up in the shape-shifting itself. They get caught up in the deception. Many tarot readers can't see past it. They see shape-shifting as a toxic thing, as a negative thing, as a manipulative thing, but they can't access the medicine in it. I find that very interesting. So, yeah, Jerry Springer, eat your heart out, baby. Oh God, even though the man is already dead, but whatever. Rest in power. I love that. Rest in power. Don't rest in peace, but rest in power. Okay. So what's on the bottom of the deck here? Dreams. Yes, a liminal space. You're tapping into shape-shifting aspect because you are changing your life. You have to be able to tap into a shape-shifting aspect because shapeshifters understand the power of archetypes. Okay? If you're just a 5 sensory Homo sapien, you're not going to understand archetypes. Your understanding of shape-shifting and of the shamanic terrain will be very, very little. Very, very minimal. Okay? Okay, so with this reading, I'm seeing somebody that has reached a level of like that man on the edge of the cliff being chased by the cougar, being hunted and stalked by the mountain lion. That's what I'm seeing. Maybe you are being stalked by some sort of predatory energy. I feel like you are being stalked by, maybe this is family, maybe this is a parent, maybe this is a sibling, maybe it's a spouse even. Somebody's stalking you with some sort of predatory energy. But even the stalking itself, the whole dynamics of the relationship between you and them is what has motivated you to tap into your own sense of agency. And I'm not seeing this as like 2 weeks ago. I'm seeing this as a lifelong, whoever you are, I'm seeing you like a noble horse, but horses are also flight animals. They fight or flight. They're usually flight animals. They usually run. They will run from a conflict. They'll run from a prey. They'll fight to protect their babies, absolutely. But horses are not predatorial. You know, a good horse trainer will touch the flanks, the vulnerable areas of the horse, and then back away. This shows trust. Why does it show trust? Because no predator in the world will release the vulnerable areas of its prey once it has access to them. So that's what I'm feeling with. You are dealing with a predator. And I'm not talking like a child, person that's after children. I'm talking about a predator, somebody who is like a bully, somebody who loves to, okay, oh, do I need to say that? Yes, okay. Whoever you are, somebody has been bullying you. I feel like you've been in a position and a relationship with people who bullied you for most of your life. I'm feeling this is probably more than anything family. But you see, the deception of the dynamics leads you to believe that you're the coward and that whoever is bullying you has the right to bully you. But what you don't understand is whoever is bullying you needs to bully you. These are their magnetics. Whoever you are within your family system, you're a scapegoat. I'm seeing you as the scapegoat, which means you were the one that was born with the most light. And the family saw this. Families may not be consciously aware of this, but at some intuitive level they are. It may not be in their frontal cortex, but it is in their reptilian brain. They are unconsciously aware of this, aware that somebody in the family has too much light. We need to dump some crap onto them, bully them, diminish them some way, give them a bunch of highly leaded energy, densely leaded energy of abuse, mental confusion, break down the defenses of the person so that they take on the collective energy of their collective and drop their own energy and pick up the energy of the collective. And when this is done over and over and over again, you can condition a person to become plugged into the collective and abandon themselves. And that's what I'm feeling, that you are coming out of this. You are coming out. And oh my gosh. Okay, I resonate with this reading big time, big time. Because I feel like whoever you are definitely a shaman, because your dreams has warned you, has shown you consistently. I feel like you are led by your dreams. You move forward by your dreams. You don't even understand current times. You understand the current times in your life because your life is relative to you, not to the world. Even though we have to keep up on current events and blah, 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 but your life is relative to you. So what I mean by that is your dreams have reached through your life to communicate to you your path, so that you don't get brainwashed by the tribe, by the culture, by the world. Your dreams have helped you remember your own path. I feel like you have the gift of prophecy. Whoever I'm speaking to, you have the gift of prophecy. Holy smoke. Okay, this is going to be a longer reading. Okay, Creator. Let's have some clarification here. So you've got the Six of Wands in reverse, the Five of Swords, the Four of Cups, the King of Cups in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles upright, the Seven of Cups, and the Two of Swords. Oh, you are at the end of a major cycle. Your wisdom has defeated a former cycle. Your wisdom has defeated a former cycle, man. Holy smoke. Not only that, but you're entering into a new cycle and it is unknown. It is, like I'm saying, you are ending with a liminal space here. It's like you are entering into the place where you're standing in the gap, where you're in the bardo between between a reality within yourself or within your life that has died and the new has not yet come. And you're in that no man's land, that in-between space. But you're very strong. You're not no little waif, no helpless victim here. You are somebody that is very tapped into your own agency, your authenticity. You're not scared of ghosts. You're not scared of like anything. I'm feeling you're very intact, very direct, very sovereign, very authentic. On top of your game. You are on top. You know who you are. You know exactly who you are. Okay, again, this is another reading where someone is watching you. Yes, it's bringing in your energy, but there's someone here. Your wisdom has defeated somebody. They're watching you. Your wisdom is dominating somebody else, and they're seeing you as having to win at all costs. But you're not having to win at all costs. You're just not negotiating your power anymore. Can you hear the difference? Somebody who is enmeshed in energy gameplay will see a sovereign person as a bully. They'll see a sovereign person as somebody who needs to dominate. Meanwhile, they're the ones who need to dominate. You're just standing on your own power saying, I'm not playing games anymore. But this person is so wrapped up in their own self-deception, they don't understand your clarity. They see your clarity as violence. And that's true. That's true. The world does not want you clear. Why do you think so many people gravitate to Jerry Springer Tarot? Do you think Jerry Springer was clear? Do you think the people that were up on stage and all the steeped in the freaking drama and the confusion and the toxicity, do you think they were clear? They may have been clear, being aware of what they were stuck in, but now get out of it. That's going to cost you more than what you're aware of, because the person is not aware of their energy that supports that world. They're not aware of how they're complicit to it, in other words. And to unplug from it is going to reveal to you the areas within yourself where you are complicit. And that's who I'm speaking to, whoever's watching you. I'm speaking to a cross watcher. You're complicit to the bullshit and you're not aware of it. Steeped into Jerry Springer world of drama and toxicity. But whoever is watching you sees you have to win at all cost. But you're not having to win at all cost. You're just sovereign, and with your sovereignty has its own power, but it also has its own influence. And you're disconnecting from these people. You're disconnecting from people who used to dominate you, who used to manipulate you, who used to overpower you, who used to confuse you, who used to use your mind against you, who used to use your world against you. You're no longer doing this anymore. I'm seeing you like the Buddha sitting under the Bodhi tree, getting very clear, deep in contemplation about your life, about yourself, about what you've been tapped into, about what you've given your power to, what you give your awareness to. Like you've reined yourself in. You are reining yourself in. And that's what I see with this. And with this, you have a lot of influence. You have a lot of influence. Because I feel there's a lot of people, you know, with the end of this negativity is going to be a lot of new growth. Yes, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to go down with the negativity. There's got to be balance in the world. Not everybody can awaken. Not everybody is meant to awaken. Some will awaken. Some will stay asleep and never open their eyes. Okay, but at the end of this negativity, whatever season we're in, and it may be, I may not even see the end of this in my lifetime. You know, but whatever's going on is a major, major, major shift. Major shift. And whoever you are sitting under the Bodhi tree, this is symbolic. You're symbolically sitting under the Bodhi tree like the Buddha, getting clear about yourself, getting clear about your life, getting clear about your future, getting clear about what you want. You're very protected by an animal spirit that protects you when you are not balanced, when you're not emotionally balanced. I'm feeling like there's a cat around you. For some of you, there's a cat around you. Ooh, I'm just getting vertigo. That's totally landing. And for others of you, it's a bird. I'm just seeing a little bird, like a little cockatiel. A cockatiel or a cockatoo. Even a parrot. For some of you, it's a parrot. Parrots are brilliant. If you haven't watched the movie Polly, oh my God, you're going to see this movie. It is such a brilliant movie. It's so precious. I just love it. And for others of you, there's lots of animals now. They're pouring in. I'm seeing a dog. I'm seeing a horse. I'm seeing a chicken. I'm even seeing a mouse. Some of you have a little mouse that is your friend, that is a little pet, a little animal spirit. Beautiful. When you're in reverse like this, you're sort of dipping into the underworld. And when you're dipping into the underworld, there's an animal spirit that protects you, that guards you. It's almost like when you're dipping into the underworld, who was minding the store? This is all symbolic. This is symbolic language. What's the store? Is you. How do you buy and sell of yourself? So when you're in the underworld, how do you buy and sell of yourself? Who is monitoring that part of you? Who is monitoring the part of you that buys and sells when part of you is checked out and gone into the underworld? And the part of you that monitors the part of you that buys and sells is your animal spirit, that keeps you from straying too far this way to the right or too far this way to the left. Okay, an animal spirit that protects you from deviating too much either way, as another part of you is traveling into the underworld, doing medicine work. Doing medicine work, absolutely, whether this is on your own behalf or on behalf of others. Beautiful. But this okay, beautiful. Oh my gosh. So I'm seeing this King of Cups in reverse also when you're descending into the underworld on behalf of someone else too. Absolutely. So this is what gives you your sense of agency, because you know who you are. You are not somebody who is ruled by their unconscious. Maybe in a former life, even in this life, maybe in a former version of yourself you were, but you have learned how to walk sovereignly upon the earth. And this, your agency, is what aligns you into your destiny. And it is the culmination of your experiences, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the good, the bad, and the indifference. This is what gives you your sense of agency. Absolutely. Your agency is unveiling you into your purpose. There's been a lot of trying on different shoes, dancing shoes, cooking shoes, walking shoes, managerial shoes, whatever kind of shoes, cashier's shoes, waitressing shoes, administration shoes, whatever. You've put on many different kinds of shoes, and you've been trying out many different cups, many different ideas. The unveiling of your true purpose is coming online. It's because you are ready for it. You're not. How do I say this? Like I say, your dreams have been pulling you forward. Your dreams have been pulling you forward, have been guiding you. While everybody goes to the left, your dreams tell you to go to the right. While everybody's turning to the right, your dreams are telling you to go to the left. You're somebody who is, like I'm saying, I'm feeling like you're a scapegoat to your community, but you're also, you walk by the beat of your own drum. And you don't care if anybody understands you or not. You're not giving your power away to people anymore. You just don't care. And I see why people see you as having to win at all costs. No, you're just not playing the game anymore. You're just not playing the game. You're not playing the game. In the liminal space, when you're entering into a liminal space here, there is the Two of Swords here, which I'm seeing as furthering the development of the inner samurai. Furthering the development of the inner samurai. That's what I'm feeling, is you are the King of Cups. You are stable in your emotions. And the development of the inner samurai, the water behind her is calm. This is a person that can walk on water, that can calm the seas, calm the storms. The Two of Swords being somebody who has made a truce with themselves, a very balanced force. Very, very balanced force. Can seem like contradictory characteristics, but no, the Two of Swords is like a double-edged sword. You're a walking paradox. What's true on one side is equally true on the other. So which means what's true in this way is also true, and what's true in this way is also true in its opposite form. That is a paradox. And they stand. They don't cancel each other out, they stand. And that is you. That is you. I'm feeling this is why people don't really understand you. You're going further into mystery. And you've been working your ass off, working very hard to unlearn certain teachings, because you're coming out of a major cycle. So I'm feeling this as not a pouring out, because it's not like you can pour out your experiences. Your experiences will always be a part of you, but you're just not strengthening certain conditioning, certain mindsets, certain belief systems. You were working hard to develop new belief systems, while at the same time, deactivating other belief systems. You are in the process of deactivating certain belief systems that the group you were plugged into conditioned you in. I feel like you honored the group until something in you woke up. And the group couldn't see what woke up in you, but you could see it. That's why the group is so confused. Why do they have to win at all costs? Why are they so freaking selfish? Why are they doing this? Blah, blah, blah. But they don't see what's going on inside of you. Whoever this is that is dealing with you, I'm feeling this is even like a family counselor. Somebody in your family that's like tapped into the psychological world, but they haven't done their own work that has brought them to the revolution of mind, where they can recognize where you are. They don't recognize where you are. I feel like they say they do, but they don't. They say they do to try to build a bridge to you. Yes, oh my God, to try to build a bridge to you in hopes that you will do the emotional labor. I feel like you're aware that your relationship with this person, you've done the emotional labor. I feel like you are now, how do I say this, Creator? You were walking with a con. You have the power. Even if this person, they hid behind their degree or their ticket or their diploma or whatever it is they have hanging on the wall, or whatever it is that they hold over top of you in the past in order to prove their dominance over you. But your work and the work you have done on you, and it's showing in your life, they can see it. They cannot tangle with it because it's not about them, it's about you. This is your sovereignty, and they cannot mess with it. And the fact that you're going further into mystery, you're going further into mystery. Yes. I am speaking to somebody who is over 40 years old, because from the birth to age 40, you're going from spirit into matter. From 40 to the end of your life, you're going from matter back to spirit. So let me say it a different way. From birth to 40, you're coming from the mystery, coming into the physical mundane. From 40 to the end of your life, you're going from the mundane back into the mystery. Can you hear what I'm saying? You're going back to spirit. These are shamanic readings. Okay, so that's it. So if you're resonating with this reading, this is about you. If you're a Jerry Springer fan, this is not your reading. Hang around and learn all you can then, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Let's pull an Egyptian oracle. Holy smoke, that was close. Pull an Egyptian oracle card. Let's see what happened there. Oh, I tipped over the whole deck. Okay, Creator. What is the final suggested word of guidance for the collective here at this point? Yeah, and Crosswatcher, you need to start doing your own work. The reason why you don't understand the collective is because you don't understand yourself. When you understand your own process, you'll understand the collective. But you got to do your own work. You cannot understand this work from the outside. Which means you got to climb in, baby. You got to climb in. But you're usually initiated into this work through some sort of a calamity, some sort of a hitting bottom, some sort of a disaster. And the disaster, you know, that's why they say hitting bottom will either kill the person or wake them up. It is a form of magic. It's a form of, hitting bottom is a dimension that is known and understood by the magicians. All right, what is the card? It is darkness, Apophis. Yes. Darkness and Apophis. Number 34, this is number 7, which is the spiritual planet. I say spiritual planet because if we were coming to the Earth from outside of the solar system, the Earth is the 7th planet in. We may be the 3rd planet from the sun, but for what we are the 7th planet from the outside of the solar system. Okay, number 34. Darkness, Apophis. You can pause that and read on your own. He is depicted as a gigantic python that dwells in the bowels of the earth where the sunlight does not filter through. Apophis is the embodiment of darkness, evil, and chaos. Dark, enemy of the sun god Ra, bearer of light, he comes into action in all the stages of Ra's celestial journey in order to obstruct him from dawn until dusk. But the existence of Apophis is necessary for the balance of the world itself, the ancestral clash between good and evil, the struggle between two opposing energies with the risk of a no return. Apophis threatens your balance. If you live in blindness, the path you take is opposite to that which is right. Immediately reverse your course and empty yourself so as to become a recipient of forces before reaching the point of no return. So again, just like the last reading, this is a cross-watcher reading, and I'm feeling like this dark is speaking to the cross-watcher. I feel like this darkness has guided you through the whole of your life. This is the darkness of your dreams. You have a relationship. Whoever I'm speaking to, you have a relationship to Apophis. You let Apophis tear you down so that light can build you back up again. But whoever you are dealing with runs from Apophis. Apophis just grinds them to dust. They don't know that grinds them to dust. Whoever you are dealing with doesn't know how to transcend the energy of Apophis. Oh, geez, this person, whoever they are not a magician. You know, when you get into the world of like psychology and all that stuff, you're on the borderland of the magi. Psychology is not a flat line. It is the language of the soul. But it's not just psychology. There is a sociology. There is, oh my gosh, why do you think psychopathy, Machiavellianism, and narcissism is the dark triad of North America? Why do you think that is? That is the dark aspect of shamanism within the corporate world, alive today, within the dark triad. And that is the world of psychology. Okay? So, yeah. So, people that are busy plugged into Jerry Springer, you're not going to understand this. And people like that are going to run from Apophis. So you will cling to your toxicity until you can't stand it anymore. And that'll be your own hitting bottom. But for those of you that are transcending and entering more into liminal space, holy smoke. I just see you on the outside edge of a civilization, of your group, your family, your workplace, your friendship systems. You've been pushed to the outside. Or you've pushed yourself to the outside, or you've gravitated to the outside on your own, or something. But you're on the outside because you're really on the frontier. Forests are like, civilizations are like forests. They don't grow from the inside. They go from the outside. Okay? And that's where you are, baby. Alrighty, you guys, I'm going to leave this reading here. This is a longer reading today. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys in the next reading.